Hey guys. It shouldn't be 16 seconds on, but okay. Well, at least it's going, so that's good. Maybe it was only 16 seconds because I minimized the game for a moment. Okay, well, I'm Kool-Aid, huh? Nothing serious. Oh, that's okay. Okay. So, looks like our first game of Chair League for this evening for Snitches Get Stitches versus Try Hard Titans will be on Infernal Shrines. Straven's my brother. That's why I say you're gonna get stomped. He's my brother. So some of the first things that we can take a look at for Infernal Shrines could be some possible hi Straven. Some possible draft strategies between the two teams that we have here. What is this? Nexus commentaries? I have a vlog for everyone after it exports to YouTube. Oh, okay. Cool. So Infernal Shrine, some of the popular picks for this one are heroes like Kerrigan. She's really good at clearing the little minion things on the shrine. I keep getting distracted by Chair League chat. Your buddy JD says, because I'm a whore. Okay. Looks like it'll just be another moment before we get started. Oh, looks like we're having two groups cast. Okay. How many viewers we have? Probably not many. I don't do this very often. But But that's okay. We just really want to get a VOD so that we can evaluate our play after the game. I guess we're just waiting for Zexorus to... Oh wait, no. His co-caster, Balrog fan, to go quiz. Well, in the meantime, since we've got some time that apparently we're waiting for the for this game to get kicked off, some of the other common picks for this map, a lot of times we get Dahaka picked up on this map as either as one of two warriors. Got a really good global. Soak lanes until the absolute last second before jumping into another lane. Lobby mode standard. Game. Oh. Yeah, I was just going to say lobby mode should need to change. Good call. First draft team. Yeah, since Snitches Get Stitches selected Infernal Shrines, then Tryhard Titans should get first draft. Okay, everybody, good luck, have fun. Let's go ahead and get this started. Looks like we're waiting on some readies from Snitches Get Stitches. There we go. Okay, so for the opening bans from either team, we usually expect some either a meta ban or a respect ban. Maybe a lot of times teams will do some research about the other team, so sometimes you'll see like, oh, where did that ban come from? A lot of times it's a respect ban based on some research done by the other by the team. On this map, Sylvanas is a good pusher, shutting off those towers for whenever the Infernals are pushing, so that's a good ban. Like I said, Dahaka is a good one on this map. Kerrigan is a good character for this map, but I wouldn't ban her first. That's not a commonly played hero, so pushing her off until a little later would be good. Okay, first ban Stukov. Interesting choice. Oh my goodness, 2 healers picked off right from the beginning, and looks like Snitches Get Stitches didn't think twice about that. Another interesting thing to immediately jump into the Ariel out of Tryhard Titan. So looks like they were ready for that. I find it interesting that the first 2 bans ended up being healers, and then the insta-lock over there from Tryhard Titans happened to be a healer. Snitches Get Stitches is going to have to respond to that because Ariel is going to need a hero that's a really good battery. So thinking about heroes like Vala, Gul'dan, Cho'Gall. I don't know. Can we see a Cho'Gall? We've played Cho'Gall on... my husband and I have played Cho'Gall on Infernal Shrines before and been successful, so I don't know. So Snitches Get Stitches is going to have to think about what they want to take or deny. Okay, so picking up the Tassadar and the Vala, looks like by doing that they're picking up some strong damage and also denying a battery to Tryhard Titans. like I said before, the real good choice as far as batteries is concerned, Gul'dan is always a solid pick there. And as far as a tank is concerned, picking up the Johanna is very good because Vala is an auto attacker, and getting some blinds off on her is a really good thing. Tassadar over on Snitches Get Stitches is a nice choice for supporting that Vala, getting her some shields, try to keep her up longer. Now we're looking at Snitches Get Stitches' second ban, and it looks like they're hovering a Nubarak. That's a possibility. So this is like they're assuming that Triarch Titans is going to want to go with a 2-warrior comp. Johanna's a pretty big, or pretty thick tank, so it's not necessary to go 2 warriors, I don't think, with Johanna. But it looks like in the last few seconds of their ban, they went ahead and switched to Genji. Genji's a pretty good ban as far as being a meta pick, and Triarch Titans has got 2 damage dealers left to choose, so Genji's a good one to erase from the board. Now, Triarch Titans, that was a really good choice they made to get rid of a healer because, you know, they've already got, you know, 1, 2, 3 healers banned out, Ariel picked on their side, so eliminating another possible healing choice for Snitches Get Stitches was a wise choice as far as bans are concerned. Now, if I am Snitches Get Stitches right now, I'd probably look for a tank and another damage dealer because they're going to be taking damage dealers next round. You can push your healer off. I doubt they're going to be picking up another healer, so I would push my healer off until last round, and then with these 2 picks I would pick up a tank. Okay, interesting. Okay, so we've got the Kerosene pickup and a Nubarak. Based on those 2 picks, I would say that they probably, in their last pick, oh, I don't know, another damage dealer or another tank. I mean, those are the only 2 choices. I'd usually, personally, like to run a second warrior with a Nubarak. If they do that, then they are going all in on that Vala as being the carry. They gotta make sure they keep her up. Okay.
My blades.
Okay. Greymane and Sonya. Sonya is one of my favorite heroes to play, and she's really great to play on Infernal Shrines. Whenever she gets to those shrines and just uses that little spear to get in there and spin, it's a good way to keep her health up and to efficiently clear the objective on Infernal Shrines. And Greymane is just a really good hero for diving on those backliners, and he's going to want to be focusing on that Vala, putting a lot of pressure on her so Vala can't, you know, in turn take out, you know, Gul'dan, the battery, or anything like that. Now, looking at this last pick, I don't know. Do they go with a second warrior or do they go with some more damage? I'm assuming some sort of melee. I don't know. That would be my guess. Okay, so definitely got some melee there. Arthas is a great character for locking down heroes, and his I'm terrible at the name of abilities, and I don't play Arthas that much, but I do know that he uses that thing that freezes people to the ground. And when he freezes people to the ground, Greymane's a good target for that. He can get Sonya with that. So, and that creates a pretty solid front line for Vala. Now, taking a look at the lineup for each team, if I had to guess who's won the draft, I would have to go with Triarch Titans on this one, because they've got 2 damage dealers, 2 good damage dealers, a really nice solid front line, and if Gul'dan keeps putting that damage out, keeps oddity, average oddity up, his aerial healing, the hope up, then he will not have any problems keeping his team alive. They've put all of their Stitches Get Stitches has put all of their damage eggs in the Tryhard basket. Tryhard is playing Vala. Let's see, Jamster is playing Arthas, Bandito is playing Nubarak, Majesty is playing Tassadar, and Spectrama is playing Karazine. We jump across the map here. Oh, for the next game I need that game caster thing. Move it right now. There we go. Let's see. For Triarch Titans, Big Dizzle is on Sonya. Your buddy JD is on Gul'dan. Johanna is Sergeant Shane, or SGT, I guess that's Sergeant Shane. Average oddity on Ariel, and Lepidus is on Raging. I apologize. Now, one thing that I am working on as a caster is my camera movement. It's a bit of a challenge to make sure that you're smooth about these transitions. So I do apologize if it gets a little choppy sometimes, and I'm going to try my best to catch everything. So just to throw that out there. Okay. Looks like Vala and Tassadar are rotating bottom together. It's good to keep Tassadar with Vala so that he can give her a little shield if she gets into trouble. Sonya and Arthas matchup in the top lane is a pretty even one. I think that Sonya's going to be able to clear those lanes a little bit faster, but as long as Jamster plays back, they can just poke each other safely, and it's not a big deal. Mid, looks like we have Triarch Titans are pushing a little bit harder than Stitches Get Stitches. At this point, looks like we've got about 10 seconds until our first objective spawns on the shrine. Okay, it looks like our top laners were waiting a little while, doing a little bit of extra before they rotated in. Now they're playing fire. Each team is defensively on their half of the map as they clear the shrine. Looks like maybe there's one you can see in the terminal. Arya is locked down for a moment, but this is down. Looks like all stuck in the half, so they're going to back out, maybe hit the well before they go back in there. If they're going to contest this, they're going to have to do it quickly, because Triarch Titans is getting really high and it looks like the first objective of the map will go to Triarch Titans. Now the way this infernal thing works is he jumps on a hero in the opposing team and stuns him. And it's the hero that is closest to him, so they want to try to position aim so that they are closest to that infernal whatever they are jumping on something. Now the other team, or the team that has the infernal, wants to try to take advantage of that stun. If the walls are down and they have a clear area, they want to try to get a kill on them. So that's something to watch out for. We've got Ariel and Gul'dan out here grabbing a camp, try to get a little bit of lane pressure. Got an interesting matchup up here for the soak. We've got Karazine and Sonya. As far as wave clear is concerned, Sonya's going to clear that a little bit faster, but at least Karazine's up there for the soak. 3v3 matchup here a lot. But Val is going to back out so she can top off on mana. Looks like Tesla will do the same. Overall, map control looks like Tryhard Titans has got a little bit more of that going on. Their lanes are pushed out just a little bit further. They've grabbed a couple of camps so far. They've got a couple of walls and towers down. So, about half the level to do it, so that's not a big deal. Right now, there isn't a talent, which they are a little bit behind to use that to their advantage. Well, once Final Titan hits 10, then that's when you start to have issues. Looks like this first fort of the game will fall. Now we're going to try Hard Titans. We've got a new spawn up here of our next shrine, and Sonia's taken advantage of her AoE to just go ahead and start that. She might want to be careful because the rest of Snitches Get Stitches is rotating in their own. Looks like we're attempting a and that was a successful one, so they got a pick on Greymane. Okay, so that was a successful pick-off, but if you take a look at our numbers down there at the bottom, Sonya has done a phenomenal job of clearing out and she drops. She did a really good job of clearing out those minion things. What they call Tryhard Titans only needs 3 more to get the objectives. It's careful. Looks like we have another hero drop, Gold Dan. And Johanna, she's probably sneaking in there trying to get this last week. And with the Gilneas cocktail being thrown by our Greymane, they pick up the second objective. Now, Snitches Get Stitches is because of those recent kills that they got are a little bit safer than killing this because it will take some time for those heroes to rotate in. I don't know if you noticed that the first time we jumped on Tryhard because Tryhard is the closest hero. And unfortunately, as it's squishy, Vala is not can't really take those jumps as well as a tank can. So when you're working on your oh, I wonder what's going on here. Okay, I think they were probably anticipating a rotation out by Snitches Get Stitches, so they were trying to do a little bit of a gank. That did not work out. Looks like both teams will rotate to take their top. Snitches Get Stitches better watch out or they're going to lose their top fort for the minions. Look, the fort will probably take it out quicker than that, but they got to get that lane pushed out so there's a little less pressure on that fort. They want to keep that fort. Now, let's take a look. We've got we got 4 heroes here at mid, and they're rotating down the bot. So here's and Arthas. Be really careful here. Fortunately, they did snag the camp, but they're going to have to be really careful with how they get out of there. Oh, okay, so, they're not dead, they are already level 11. So, the significance of that is now they have their level 10 talents. Majesty almost got away there with his Karth, and they're trying to juke there to keep away from that Greymane, but was not able to get away. We've got a new shrine popping up here in about 10 seconds, so in that time I'm going to talk about the alts a little bit. You can't really hear me? Let me see. Yeah, I'll try to talk a little bit louder. Okay. Again, turn yourself up for the gear down. Okay. Is this any better? Let me know if that's better. Okay. Okay. So, looks like Stitches Get Stitches has done a good job of zoning out Tryhard Titans to try to work on getting this altar. But Tryhard Titans does have a commanding lead as far as picking up the minions for this. All that they have to do is poke them from afar to get those last loops they needed. Looks like Jamster might be in trouble. Okay, so Spec got away from his with his heal, and because they have lost their fort already, it's best to come back here. Oh my goodness! What was that? I gotta check. Oh, I gotta check that out. I'm curious. I missed what that was because it just picked off Tassadar and Terazine at the same time. So looks like Tryhard Titans is a pretty solid push here. They've got Sonya over here pushing in the mid fort to get a little extra XP to maintain that lead. Is it better? I hope that's what that means, Straven. Let's see. Fortunately for Snitches Get Stitches, even though they are behind by 2 solid levels, they were able to save their keep. Looks like Tryhard Titans are rotating on this bottom camp. And it's very gutsy for an Anubrak to use his little burrow charge thing aggressively to go into a fight like that, because it's if they start doing some heavy damage on you, you're not getting out. Let's see what's going on here. Majesty looks like he knew he was going down, so he turned and started doing what he could to poke at Tryhard Titans. But it looks like we have a 5-man wipe on the side of Snitches Get Stitches. Now, they're going to be coming up soon. I don't think, and I can see that they're making the decision to pull back, that Tryhard Titans has enough time to end, because that would be gutsy. I don't think it's not necessary. When you're this far up, it's not worth going in there and taking a potentially bad team fight right next to their core, because that could very quickly turn the game back into the other team's favor. So playing safe there is a good choice. Rotating in here and taking this mid camp will continue to put some pressure at mid. Though Snitches Get Stitches is there immediately to respond to it, it is going to delay them getting up to the shrine. If Arthas sticks around and clears this, I'm not sure what he is probably playing safe there because he hasn't seen the other team. So that's a good thing to do, to play back and not get too far forward, because you don't know what's hiding in those bushes. It could be a gank, and looks like because they have a fort up here and their keep right here, that Snitches Get Stitches is going to try to push in this fort to get some experience to try to close that gap. They're going to have to be careful, because Tryhard Titans can do what they're doing right now and rotate on them. So we will see what this 4v4 matchup does right here. Their Snitches Get Stitches healer is in the bottom lane clearing, soaking some experience right now. So all they have is a Tassadar for shields. Now that they've lost their Tassadar, they don't have any actual heals. Now, well, not Terazine here, never mind. They were able to get one pick, but it was a 2-for-1 trade with the Gul'dan going down and losing Tassadar and Arthas on that side. They did leave Sonya to clear the rest of that shrine by herself, so because she's quick at doing that anyway. So okay. Now, Snitches Get Stitches is going to have to play really careful here. What they can do is position themselves so that the Infernal jumps on the warrior like they just did. And one good thing to try to do on this map that takes a little bit of coordination is when they're about to do that next jump, you need to position yourself over here towards this keep to try to drag the Infernal towards the keep and not your core. See how it's going on core right now? He's not going to get through the shield, but it is a tactic that I've seen to try to protect your core, to move them, to position yourself so that the next jump will go onto a keep and not core. Now, Snitches Get Stitches. Just gonna say they had 2 heroes now. They have 3 heroes down. So looks like Tryhard Titans is gonna go ahead and end. That is it for game number 1. Tryhard Titans takes it with a victory, level 19 to 16. Congratulations to them. Taking a look at our numbers here. Let's see. Greymane, some very, very good hero damage numbers, and you can see from the number of kills, hit kills and assists here that he was definitely doing his job of taking out the squishies and such. Okay. Looks like our next battlefield, or next map, will be Battlefield of Eternity. So this is, let's see, let me get out of here. I will be, while I'm waiting for my invite, I'll talk a little bit about that map. Battlefield of Eternity is a 2-lane map, so that's, just a little bit different than that other one that we just watched. And there are 2, there's like an angel and a devil fighting in the middle whenever the objective pops. So one of the important things to have on this map is quick, high damage that you can do to those, either the angel or the devil, depending on which side you're on. So a lot of the top picks for this map are heroes like Vala. Vala's is a really good pick on that. On this map for that very reason, for taking that the angel, the devil down. You can pick heroes like interestingly enough, I saw a do I click on this? Oh, yes. Okay. Oh, I need to be moved down here. Looks like, according to this thing, I'm on Tryhard Titans right now. I need to be moved to the bottom. Anyway, some of the other good picks for this map. Yeah, I definitely need a swap. There was a chart that I saw recently, and I have to find it again, but it rated each of the heroes as far as how much damage they can do on the on those 2 epic heroes or bosses or whatever you want to call them in the middle of Battlefield Eternity. And Rhaegar, under level 10, I believe, is as a healer, he's also a really high damage dealer on those characters. So he's a good pick if you want to try to just win early and try to win quickly. Another good choice on this map would be Tyrande with her mark. She can put her mark on there, so that increases the damage that is put on the boss. You could also pick Li Ming because, I mean, she is not so much a hero that is putting out a lot of auto attack damage, like fast auto attack damage. She's really good at poke, so if the other team has zoned your team away, she's good at just sending some damage in and picking off the bosses that way. Looks like we've got a couple of bio breaks and then we'll be started here in a moment. Sylvanas is a strong pick on this map because, and she's also a strong pick on any map that has a pusher style monster. Dragonshire, Infernal Shrines, the one we just saw, she's strong on Infernal Shrines. Battlefield of Eternity, Garden of Terror. What's that one where they're Haunted Mines. So anytime you have a big creature that's going to be pushing lanes for you, it's good to have a Sylvanas on your team because she shuts down the towers. So you are therefore getting higher value out of your push. Is your mom watching the stream, Majesty? So, I anticipate a possible Sylvanas pick or ban from either side because it's a solid pick. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I was just gonna say. Because the reason why we left the lobby, or left that draft, is because Team 2, or the red team, is Tryhard Titans. They're the ones that pick this map. Because they picked the map, they don't get first pick, first ban. So we needed to back out there and set it up so that Snitches Get Stitches, our blue team, has the opportunity to do first pick, first ban. But looks like they picked up on that very quickly and switched it out, so we'll be able to move forward with our picks and bans. Now I'm interested to see with this new map what the pick ban decisions will be. Now, Greymane, I'd say that is a super solid ban. There's two reasons. One, that's a respect ban. I can't remember the name of the person who played it on the other team, but he did a really good job. He or she did a really good job in the last game playing Greymane. So getting rid of that comfort pick is a really good idea. Next thing, Greymane is also a really good choice for going after the Angel Demon thing in the middle. So taking them off, taking them out of the choices is a good idea. Now, if you look over at Tryhard Titan's first pick, the combo of Vala and Ariel, the Valariel, is a very, very strong pick. Vala is a great battery, and Ariel is just a strong healer. So if Vala can keep that hope flowing for that Ariel, then tons and tons of heals can be done. Based on that pick right there, and the fact that they already have their healer Uther on Snitches Get Stitches side, let's see what they decide to respond with. Okay, so I mean, we gotta expect Snitches Get Stitches to pick up a Stitches. So try to get some sick hooks in there. Lunara is another good choice for spreading, dot damage or damage over time all over the opposing team. and getting some really good damage on the Angel and Demon in the middle of the field. So, great choice. And like I said before, Tyrande with her mark makes attacks on the Angel and Demon in the middle more effective. So banning her out was a good choice. Can't remember exactly what the mark does. Sorry. Like I just know that, oh, that thing's marked, so I should attack it. Okay. Response ban. If I was Snitches Get Stitches, I'd take a tank. I would think about what is Tryhard's tank choice. What do they really like to take? Maybe do a respect ban as far as tanks are concerned. I'm not sure I would ban Johanna. That's not a big threat, but I mean, because that's what they played last game, so I wouldn't ban Johanna. Okay, never mind. So I'm just gonna go out on a limb here and guess. Maybe Snitches Get Stitches is going to be picking up some auto attackers. That's why they wanted to get rid of Johanna. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. Snitches Get Stitches had Vala and Tassadar last game. Looks like we've swapped sides now. The Vala Tassadar is on Tryhard's side. They're going to have to be so careful about that Vala. That Vala's going to have to produce, but, I mean, she's going to have shields and heals for days. You've got your Artanis that might be swapping things back into him and just, you know, taking out the, being taken out by the Vala. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I see some, like a glitch in the Tassadar frame over here that, sometimes it makes, like, that little guy's head twitch a little bit. It looks weird. Yeah, just like that. It just happened. I don't know. Do you guys see it? I don't know. Okay. Li Ming and Lili, both very strong choices for this map and against this comp. Lili is a healer that has a build that you can go more towards blinds and more damage, but still it gives some support and heals to your team. The blinds are really important because Vala is an auto attacker, and you want to be blinding her as much as possible. So good choice over here on Snitches Get Stitches. They're going to need those extra heals. I mean, Uther's a solid healer, but having, you know, Lili there with the extra heals is going to be good because they only have one frontliner, their main tank Stitches. Uther can second that. I mean, he's a, you know, a burly melee character, so let's take a look here. It looks like we had a quick swap. Don't know which. Oh, wait, no, we didn't. They were just changing skins. And the final pick for Tryhard Titans looks like it was Anubarak. Having Anubarak and Artanis as frontliners, those are both solid choices. Let's see. Okay, so taking a look at both teams' drafts. On the Snitches Get Stitches side, the Stitches, Li Ming, Lunara, Lili, Uther, and then Artanis, Vala, Tassadar, Ariel, Anubarak. Got two different strategies going here. We've got a double healer on the Snitches Get Stitches side. We've got a all of your eggs in the Vala basket on the other side. So I do think both teams have a very strong comp. I am interested to see how it plays out, so we will see here in a moment. Okay, starting with Tryhard Titans this time. Sergeant Shane is on Anubarak. Your buddy JD is on Vala. He's like moving a lot, so it's hard to see, so I'm gonna go like this. Lephicus is on Tassadar. Artanis is Big Dizzle, and Ariel is Average Oddity. On the Lili, we have Spectrama. Lunara is Jamster. Bandito is on Snitches, Majesty on Uther, and Tryhard is on Li Ming. Good luck to both teams. We'll see what happens. Now, looks like Snitches Get Stitches has decided to do a 2-3 split. So we've got 2 heroes up here in the top pressuring Artanis. He's going to have to play a little safer. Down at the bottom, we have 3 versus this 4-man. Now, it's with the strength of Avala with Tassadar and Ariel heals, Snitches Get Stitches is going to have to play very carefully down here. Looks like Li Ming's doing a really nice job of poking out some damage on Ariel and Anubarak. For a moment there, Anubarak was under a lot of pressure, getting really low with his health. He, oh, this is something I should have mentioned. The draft of an Anubarak into the Li Ming. Oh, and there's our first pick of the game. Anubarak into Li Ming was a smart choice because of his resistance to spells. You get those spell shields, and the beetles. Looks like we got rotation here to the middle for the angel and demon. But the beetles that Anubarak spawns can intercept a lot of Li Ming's attacks, and it can be really annoying for Li Ming. Looks like, very, very close scare there for Vala. They got her so low, but like I said before, having double support. Oh, she got picked off anyway. I'm kind of curious how that happened. Maybe a dot from. Oh, very good fight over here on the side of Snitches Get Stitches. They were able to get a couple of picks, so they can safely do some damage to their Immortal. Jeez, I could not think of the word Immortal for the life of me, so I was just calling it Demons. Looks like Stitches is hanging out right next to their Immortal, the Blue Immortal, in order to hopefully maybe hook someone into the Angel if he needs to. Now, at the halfway point with their health, they rotate sides or rotate positions, and at this point in the game, it's a favorable position for both teams. So you can see that the one that Snitches Get Stitches is attacking is on their side, and the one that Tryhard is attacking is on their side. Now, because of those couple of kills that Snitches Get Stitches snagged, they were able to kill the Immortal first. But because Tryhard did so much damage to their own Immortal, it will take away some of the shields. Okay, so let's see what Snitches Get Stitches can do with this first push. Looks like we had an attempted hook there for a moment. Artanis is doing his little dive in. You gotta watch out with the Immortal when they do that little spin attack. You see that circle, that big circle around them? It is a stun pushback, so you gotta be really careful to avoid that. Looks like there was some value out of that, getting the wall down. So that gives Snitches Get Stitches a nice full level lead. If we take a look up here, Tassadar is a better laner than Lily. Lily doesn't have any AoE. She's just, gonna auto attack until her heart's content, and put that little dragon, help her up. But Tassadar's got an AoE, so he can take things out a little bit faster than Lily. Looks like Lunara is going to go up and help with that. Looking down here, we still have the 4-man push with our Polarial combo and Anubarak and Artanis. Jeez, looks like they're going to try to push in that wall to try to get that XP back that they're missing. a good orb there by Li Ming. Oh, and a nice hook. If only the positioning would have been great for a kickoff, because that could have been ideal. Looks like Tryhard is going to get very aggressive here, try to take out this fort completely. Will they take it out? Looks like it'll be really close. Oh, a new rack. Nice pick off by Snitches Get Stitches. Really good timing there with that because they were getting really close to taking out that fort. So good job with Snitches Get Stitches for defending that lower fort. Looks like Snitches Get Stitches is also taking out the top wall, which is good for them. Okay, let's see what's going on here. So, looks like Tryhard has already rotated over to their Immortal. It's in a safe position for them, so they're going to try to put as much damage on that as they can. Looks like both teams have decided not to do some hardcore defense. And Nubrak's just going to sort of poke it out. And if you look over here at the damage meter on the Immortals, it's pretty much even right now. I do believe Stitches Get Stitches maybe a little bit ahead. So, looks like Tryhard is going to defend this time. And looks like they successfully... Oh wait, no, excuse me. I said, what I meant to say was, Stitches Get Stitches is defending this time. They're looking to get a kickoff right now. Looks like they got the Ariel in there. And, a new Brack tried to save, and looks like they were unsuccessful at that. A second pick with Artanis. If I was Tryhard, I would, or Tryhard Titans, I keep saying Tryhard, I need to remember that Li Ming is also Tryhard. If I was Tryhard Titans, oh my goodness, there goes Vala. So that's such a dangerous thing with that Stitches. When he lands that hook on a squishy, if you've got the proper follow-up, it's pretty much lights out for whoever got hooked. So really nice job there for Snitches Get Stitches. Really what Tryhard Titans can do right now, soak some lanes, play defensively. They've got to play really careful now because Snitches Get Stitches has made level 10. And because of that, they've got their heroic abilities. So we'll take a look at those here in a moment. Looks like Putrid Bile, an AoE, just like slime puddle that drops out of Stitches. Disintegrate, Thornwood Vine, a nice quick little stun, and it has multiple charges. Divine Shield, it's kind of like no crap button, it's really nice. And Water Dragon, that's a good choice for Lily at this point. She's not a solo healer. She's wanting to have a little bit more damage, so Water Dragon is a good way to slow another hero and throw some damage on them as well. Okay, so looks like our Immortal is pushing through the first wall of the keep here, and with a nice little hook there and the Putrid Bile drop, looks like Snitches Get Stitches was able to land another kill on Artanis. Because the Immortal has fallen, they are going to go ahead and back off. I'd say that's a good choice. Though they have a couple of seconds before Tryhard Titans gets level 10, so they've still got a commanding lead as far as talents and levels are concerned. Looks like Snitches Get Stitches is rotating top, possibly to get a pick off or pick up a camp. Maybe that camp is a good possibility right there. Now I'm thinking that since Snitches Get Stitches doesn't have anyone bot, that they might lose the bottom fort right now. So they gotta be careful with that. Looks like they're rotating to take the camp here at the middle. That's a good one to save for right before the Immortal pops. So we'll see if they can't cap it right away or if they hold on to it. I think they're just going to take it. Immortal's going to be up soon enough. Looks like Snitches Get Stitches is able to get down here quick enough to defend that fort. That's good to keep up some defenses there. Then they will have to watch out this top fort. They're losing some towers here. Yeah, they are going to have to send her some response up here to top lane to take care of that. Okay, Tassadar pick right there. Okay, so we've got our next Immortal phase. It looks like Snitches Get Stitches is going to go ahead and be aggressive with that. That was a good time to land a stun there by the Uther. And it looks like Snitches Get Stitches was doing a nice job of zoning the Tryhard Titans away so that they can get more damage off on the Immortal. Unfortunately, I see what Anubrak was trying to do. He dropped his ult, that big circle right there, and it blinds. That was a good... I mean, I see what he was trying to do, possibly delay winning the Immortal a little bit longer by blinding the other team. But they just had too much damage, and it had already popped the Immortal. So Tryhard Titans has decided to do some defense here. Looks like a lot of poison damage being spread there by Lunara. Snitches Get Stitches is doing a nice job of doing some poke damage here on the Immortal. Oh, nice try there on the hook. They were just a few steps or a step away from being stuck in that hook. Or beach bucket. Okay. And the exact same thing you saw just then, the Artanis using his ult again. Let's see what the name of that is. Suppression Pulse. I don't play Artanis enough to remember the names of his abilities, but I do know that... Oh my goodness. That was a good save on her part. Oh, for a second I thought that Ariel would actually get away from that with her little shield, but it unfortunately didn't work out for her. Looks like the Putrid Vile's been dropped by Snitches. I'm gonna call them Snitches. Stitches. By doing that, it kind of makes it hard for the Tryhard Titans to zone in there and take care of the Immortal. Immortal's still got tons of shields left, so he's looking pretty good. And looking at our level differences up here, 15 to 12, Tryhard Titans is going to have to play super careful. There's another nice pick of Anubrak, or excuse me, Anubrak's down now. That was Artanis then. Let's see, what choice does Snitches Get Stitches make right now? Do they try to push for core? I mean, they've got, the other team's got 2 down. They've got a really solid Immortal left with all of its health. They might be able to get some damage on the core. I can't imagine, I mean, they might go through, and they'd have to be playing really careful. There's the blind dropped by Artanis again. Looks like we've got an Archon popped by Tassadar, so that's his strength, or his increased power ult. Very nice job by Snitches Get Stitches in game number 2. Great response to the first game, so it looks like we will be taking this to game number 3. If I saw that correctly, it looked like that was a 14-minute game. Yep, 14 minutes. That's a pretty short game. And looks like one of the big deciding factors for that game was just this 12-0. Tryhard wasn't able to get any kills. And part of that would have to do with, I'm sure of it, is the fact that Snitches Get Stitches had 2 healers, so they were, keeping those heals up. And you've got your Lunara and your Li Ming. Li Ming's poking all the time. Lunara is constantly passing her dots around, so you've got some damage being spread out there. And yeah, just overall a really nice response game there for Snitches Get Stitches. They looked really good in that game. And looks like our next game, well, the map will be picked by Snitches Get Stitches, and they are deciding to go to Cursed Hollow. Zexorus says it's a fun series. It is a really fun series. I mean, these teams are really well matched for each other as far as skill level, it looks like, and get good. I mean, that's what you got to do. You know, you got to get good to win. So this final match on Cursed Hollow will be deciding who wins the series as best of 3. I should leave this. Leave. Okay. I guess I can click on this. Whoop. And okay, there we go. Okie dokie. So, and I hope they update the lobby modes and things like that this time. Okay. Cursed Hollow. Some of the really nice picks for this map, the map choices, Hi Majesty. The map choices would be globals. So we really like heroes like Tahaka. Have we even seen Tahaka yet today? Probably. Did we see Tahaka in the first game? I talked about Tahaka, but I don't know if he got picked. Going crazy. It's really late, and I'm pregnant, so I'm blaming it on that. Anyway, are you proud of me? Oh, Dad, did I do this? That's funny. Anyway, so globals, Dahaka is a common choice on this one. Falstad, really good choice on this map. Let's see. Dahaka hasn't been picked yet. Thank you for letting me know that, because I know I talked about Dahaka in my first for the first match, but I couldn't remember if he was actually picked or not. So thank you, Banjo Dude, 12. Thank you. Let's see. Okay, looks like we have it set up correctly for drafting and bans and picks and such. So hopefully we'll be ready here in a moment to go ahead and get started. Let's see. I'm gonna go to my collection, heroes. Some other good hero choices on here. Let's see. You know, Snitches Get Stitches has seen Ariel picked twice by the other team. I don't know. Do they want to consider banning it, or is that something they consider them, you know, a threat? I don't know. Maybe they just let them keep picking it, or maybe they ban it out. I don't know. I personally like Li Ming on this map, if you can get her in as a late pick, because she's great for poking out that curse, keeping people from capping it. Okay, first ban. Does Tryhard Titans go with a respect ban or a map specific ban? They've had 2 games against Snitches Get Stitches. Okay, so like I mentioned before, Dahaka is a solid pick for this map, and he's a good one to just get rid of, so you don't have to worry about him just burrowing all over the place and soaking damage, or soaking XP, and then showing up late to the curse. Looks like Snitches Get Stitches is considering a gray main ban. In this situation, I do think it's a respect ban. So they've probably done some research and found out that it's someone's jam on the other team. Because on this map in particular, Greymane isn't the biggest of threats. I mean, he's a great damage dealer, but he's not the threat that he was or would have been on the last map. So that, I could see that doubling up as a good reason to ban him. So that's my guess. I'd say someone, they just don't want to see the gray mane they saw in the first game. I respect that choice. Okay, so Uther pick, strong healer, got a stun and also a melee character. So good solid first pick. Now, how does Snitches Get Stitches respond? If I were them, I would go ahead and start picking up some of the best heroes for this map, globals. So, like, if you could get a Falstad right here, I'd pick up a Falstad. I'd also maybe pick up Stitches again, because they, okay. Lunar is also a good choice. She's very mobile, and depending on which alt she picks, she can be even more mobile with her little jumpy alt. And Stitches is just a very effective tank in that he can just, hook that other squishy character in, and then, with some good follow-up, they can be taken out. Okay. Falstad, strong choice for this map. And I also like to pick Sonya on this map, but I'm also a Sonya main. I don't know if you guys saw my portrait, but I love me some Sonya. I like to play her in a way where she is a merker. So if all your lanes are covered and you're getting all your soak, to just jungle and go get mercs, keep putting that pressure on. She's also just a great bruiser to get in there during team fights and keep spinning and keep getting her health back. Okay, looking at our bans, it looks like they are taking out, they're hovering Johanna. Excuse me. It's getting a little late here. Again, a respect ban, it looks like, taking away a comfort pick. I actually was just going to say, for Tryhard Titans, one of the best bans for them to do would probably be a healer ban. Stukov is a good choice. He's got a pretty sweet kit. Though I don't really agree with the change that they made with they take away the healing signs over everybody's head, to show who's receiving the little dot or the hot. I understand why they did it. They probably wanted to clean up the screen after they took away they wanted to clean up the screen after they added those armor symbols next to our names. But those people who are hardcore Stukov players really like having that symbol there to show you what's getting a heal or what's getting a dot. Looking over at Snitches Get Stitches choices, the Malfurion and Artanis. Now this is a very nice combo. Malfurion roots with the hook into the Malfurion roots, that could be deadly. So characters like Falstad have a little barrel roll, so if they do that quickly enough, they can get away. Sonya's pretty thick, so taking her out in a situation like that will take a little bit of time, but they should be able to do something like that. Oh, Abathur, interesting choice. Okay. For those of you that might not know, Abathur is an interesting specialist in that he doesn't take his physical body out onto the field. He plays hidden in bushes and behind towers and walls in order to soak experience, and then he possesses his teammates. and he can shield them, and he does a little extra damage. So he can strengthen, especially his melee counterparts. He can strengthen them by giving them those shields and AoEs. They've picked up as their main tank, it looks like Muradin. So between Sonya and Muradin, they have a pretty solid front line. This Uther as well. I mean, he's a thick healer, so he can be considered a frontliner. Looking over at Snitches Get Stitches, they also have a very solid front line with Stitches and Artanis. Right here, they're probably considering another damage dealer. You could go with pretty much a lot of different things at this point. Li Ming, I love some Li Ming. The whole blink forward and do it again kind of thing. Whenever she gets those kills, blink forward, do it again. Blink forward, do it again. I love it. It's my favorite. So she's also a pretty highly played character of mine. Okay. So, looks like between these two teams, on the side of Tryhard Titans, you know, the Sonya, Falstad, Muradin, Uther, Abathur, and then over on Snitches Get Stitches, Stitches, Li Ming, Lunara, Artanis, Mouth. If I had, I mean, I don't know if I can pick a team that has a better draft. Both of them are solid, very, very solid. They both have a very specific type of gameplay in mind. As far as Tryhard's concerned, they're gonna have to soak. They're gonna want to out-soak Snitches Get Stitches. Snitches Get Stitches is going to have to respond to that, or they will fall behind. Abathur's going to be doing a lot of soaking. Falstad can go out there and soak as much as he wants and then fly in late. So it's something that they're going to have to be careful about. So this time I'll do Snitches Get Stitches first. Jamster on Lunara, Majesty is on Malfurion, Bandito on Stitches, Tryhard on Li Ming, and Spec on Artanis. Over here we've got Oddity on Uther, Sergeant Shane on Muradin, your buddy JD is on Falstad. We've got Leficus on Abathur, and then Big Dizzle is on Sonya. Let's see what happens here at mid. A lot of times on these 3-lane maps, you'll see like a mid dance where they do like a bunch of heroes go mid and then, you know, try to get a kill at the beginning of the game. But it looks like both teams decided against that. Snitches Get Stitches probably decided against that because they knew Abathur would be going straight to a lane to do some soaking. Looks like Falstad jumped up to top lane to try to help out with that push, make sure that Abathur can safely get some clearing done up there. Though because they have a 2v1 going up here at top, the 3v2 down here at mid is getting some good pressure on the middle wall and towers. Nice arcane orb there on Big Dizzle. That did a lot of damage. Looks like these two are just pretty much trading. Looks like it's very even. As far as lane clear is concerned, Li Ming is a better clearer, Sonya is a better clearer of minions. Li Ming generally doesn't get that done as fast. Looks like Sonya just went ahead and bailed on lane so she could be ready for the Bruiser camp when it popped up, but looks like Spectrama did the exact same thing. Both teams, man, like I said, they were evenly matched. They looks like they think along the same lines as well. Looks like we've got a bit of a lane trade here. We've got our Abathur and bot, so he's possessing some of these minions in order to damage them down. see how the mid dance is going. It's basically an even poke here at mid. And between Muradin and Stitches, it's really just going to be an even game as well. Okay, so here in about 10 seconds, looks like we will have the first curse spawning. So you can see on the map our heroes are rotating down to that to set up for a fight. It is in a slightly more favorable position for Snitches Get Stitches because it's on the left side of the map. Each team is, before they get dangerous as far as getting in there and trying to get some fighting done, get some damage done, they want to wait for more of their players to be there. Now that Bandito is there, Snitches Get Stitches feels a little bit safer, I think, to engage. Looks like Muradin's taking a lot of damage there, so he's going to retreat. Oh, okay. So that was a very close one as on that Muradin. Fortunately, he was able to leap away, but it did cause the first tribute, or excuse me, I guess it is a tribute. First tribute to go by way of Snitches Get Stitches. So I just want to point out that during that time, during that first curse, Abathur was able to body soak top lane. So he was hiding in this bush, getting experience, while the rest of his team was down here. He was able to help his team by possessing his team and doing shields and damage. But being able to body soak is a very useful thing and can eventually, you know, in a favorable conditions, lead to an experience lead, and that's really what they're looking for. They need to get an early experience lead to make this comp work to the best of their ability. Okay. I did not happen to see if Falstad burned his flight. I believe he did. His movement is a flight thing. That will work against him. He'll have to actually, you know, go the long way and just run up here. But looks like because of the timing of that and the location of the heroes on the map, that Snitches Get Stitches was able to jump on that tribute faster than Tryhard Titans. Now this next one, it's going to be very important for Tryhard Titans to defend it. And based on the positioning of the first ones, they will have to, or it will be in a more favorable position. It'll be on the right side of the map. If I had to guess, it'll probably be right there. Because both of the tributes so far have been on Snitches Get Stitches towards the left side of the field. So the third one usually is on the other team's side of the field. Nice hook on the part of Stitches just then. Oh, Abathur picked there. I did not notice that. So that was a good pick there by Snitches Get Stitches, and it will help push them even closer to 10. If I had to guess, I bet Snitches Get Stitches stays in lane long enough to get 10, and then they fully rotate. There we go. So there's our 10s. Tryhard Titans is going to have to play very carefully around this because those level 10 abilities are very lethal. Looks like we made a little bit of trouble. So Muradin was able to went down very quickly just then. Looks like another pick on Sonya, a 2-for-1 trade. Stitches is going to have to be careful there because, oh, nice swap there by Spec to keep Lunara safe to continue gathering that. Looks like we've got our Abathur up here. He's got to be really careful there because, oh, he's in a very vulnerable position there because of that camp. Now that Snitches Get Stitches has landed the curse, their towers and buildings are weak to attacks. Their minions are weak to attacks. So this is a time where Stitches can pick up a ton of experience. Abathur's going to have to be super careful here. I'm kind of curious, why is he melee? I don't know. Okay, where's he going? Okay, so he's going to set up shop right here, and he's just got to play careful right now. Stitches Get Stitches is going to be pushing. Oh my goodness. They're going to be pushing in those walls very hard because they've got the curse. Open black second style. Looks like average oddity's got to be careful. But he'll probably heal himself through that, so he'll be okay. Stitches Get Stitches in a bit of a rough spot here with the Malfurion pick-off there. Nice pick-off on Tryhard Titans. Got some very interesting Abathur movements here. He's got to be careful. I mean, there's a Li Ming right there. He's got to, okay, good, he's going to dig out. I'd probably go up there and start soaking. Let's see, looking down here. Oh, it looks like there was a Muradin pick-off. Because they've gotten one character down, Stitches Get Stitches feels comfortable enough to go ahead and take this camp and put a lot of pressure on this keep. Maybe even take the keep. Because they know that the fourth character is Abathur, so he's going to be somewhere soaking, and then he'll just help his teammates out by either possessing the keep or possessing or taking over a teammate. Looks like Stitches Get Stitches is going to decide to back off at this point. Let's see. They went ahead and they have the vision there. Stitches Get Stitches, if they're going to try to do the boss, they have to be super careful. Because they don't call the boss area the throw pit for nothing. It's a good place to lose a team fight. That was a good swap by Artanis there, but it was a really good job by Sonya to get out of that situation. Okay, it looks like another really nice swap there. Uther is a really hard one to kill. Though it is worth noting. Oh, swap! Oh my goodness! There goes Uther. It was a really good shot there, using his divine shield to try to save himself, and he had saved himself for a second. But with that swap, he went down. Now, one of the advantages to playing a hero like Abathur is his global, and so when that tribute popped, Abathur was able to be there to gather it while the rest of his team was off distracting Stitches Get Stitches. So that's a good thing for them. Looks like Tryhard Titans was scouting out their boss to see if there was a possible boss pickup. Instead, both teams are picking up their camps. It's a good safe choice there. Looks like we have some warning pings there, so Tryhard Titans is probably, looks like they've sniffed out the whole boss takedown. So in response, they're going to work on their own. Okay, because Artanis' ability is an this alt, whatever it's called, Purifier Beam, can be done from anywhere on the field. It makes a really good thing for stopping someone from picking up a curse. Okay, looks like we burned Putrid Bile as a zoning mechanism, and Stitches Get Stitches is going to rotate in to defend the boss. Looks like Tryhard's going to have to do the same thing because that boss is on a keep, and they really need to keep that keep. Once a keep falls, the catapults start spawning in that lane. You don't want catapults going towards your core. Looks like they got it to half, or a little under half health, but they were able to save it. Looks like we've got a 4-man of Snitches Get Stitches at mid, and the rest of Try Hard. Fuck those mines. I tend to agree. That's just what Abathur does. He puts those mines, and he's just gonna dismount you every time you're running through bushes and things. That's just what he does. Snitches Get Stitches decides to take their level 16 advantage, because that's a talent tier advantage, and put it to good use and take out a middle fort. Doing that will give them a little bit more XP. Neither team can get a full curse from this, but they can get one step closer to that curse by taking this tribute. Looks like instead of trying to contest that, Tryhard is going to work on soaking some experience. We've got a couple up here at top. Now, they are going to have to play very carefully, Tryhard Titans are, because Snitches Get Stitches. They're going to have to play carefully because one rotation by Snitches Get Stitches could very easily pick off a solo healer, or excuse me, hero. Okay guys, like I said, I've been working on my whole camera movement and all that. Oh, looks like Falstad's going to be coming down here to... Oh, what we got going on here? Burden barely squeaking away, had to blow his alt in order to stay alive, but he was able to get out of that situation. Sorry, like I was saying, this is the second time that I've cast a game. So one thing that I know that I need to work on, and I'm trying to work on, is my camera movement, because it's actually trickier than you think to make sure that you're getting the good stuff, or you know, you're in the right position. So I'm really trying hard to do that. I apologize if it's choppy sometimes. Looks like Muradin's in trouble. He's got that alt on him and a dot, but with the shield given to him by Abathur, he was able to stay up. Looks like Snitches Get Stitches is entertaining the idea of going 4, even though they have 4 heroes up, so we'll see how this goes. We're down to 50%. Damster's almost down. He is down. If I was Snitches Get Stitches, I would abort. Uther is down. Yeah, pull out. Very good defense on the part of Tryhard. That was a great attempt at getting the core down, though they did give some XP to Tryhard by going ahead and trying to go core. Let's see. Looks like Tryhard is just going to try to push out this fort. They need to make up some XP. They're still 1 level behind. That's not as bad as it was before. Looks like we've lost, or we've taken top fort by Tryhard, which will help them with their XP deficit. Now, whoever takes this curse, or takes this, it's not the curse. Whoever takes this tribute will get a curse. So each team's going to be fighting pretty hard for it. Both teams are level 18, so Tryhard has closed the level gap, and a lot of that probably has to do with the soaking power of heroes like Abathur. But if you look, we've got some really nice combos going there where, very nice hook by Stitches. Had a chain of some really good abilities right there that resulted in 3 kills. I'd say that's game. Yeah, Snitches Get Stitches is like, you know what, I don't even need to take that keep. We're just going to go right for 4. You probably noticed that 4 had gone back up in health because of a talent chosen by talent. Anyway, really, really nice game put on by both teams. It was so much fun to cast because these teams were so even, and both teams did a really nice job. Made it very entertaining to cast, and I appreciate you guys giving me the opportunity to cast. I appreciate any feedback you can give me so that I can try to improve on that. Because I really enjoy casting. It's something that this is only the second time I've done it. I did last week's game for Snitches Get Stitches, and now I'm doing this week's game. So, well played by both teams. Congratulations to Snitches Get Stitches. Taking a look at the stats here at the end of this Cursed Hollow game. Let's see. Man, it would be kind of tricky to pick an MVP. You know, I think I'm going to go with Stitch's MVP because those sick hooks, I mean, the sick hooks, they resulted in kills. I mean, it's such a strong ability when it's coordinated really well. So congratulations to Bandito and his play on Stitches. And let's see, someone from each team add me and I'll have the VOD for you guys. Okay. Well, hopefully I'll have a VOD too. Hopefully it saves this time. So, again, thank you very much for watching. And, oh, thanks, Bandito. You guys have a good night.